everyone. My name is Jessica Zdenek, and I am a yoga teacher in the Fargo-Moorhead area. And I am offering a 4-week course on meditation. I feel very called at this time with all of the frequencies and stress and intensity in the air. Also with the astrology, I just know that this next few months or so, headed right up to Christmas Eve, astrologically is going to be some of the most intense. And I wanted to offer some grounding meditation practices that will help us get into more of that peaceful bliss frequency and practice doing what the ancients have done through all of these times to kind of strip away and drop down past all of the layers of samsara and all of the distractions and the Maya back into the truth that is love, which can seem like a concept when it's in the mind, but when we experience it and when we practice going there, we wire new neural networks through the brain and we create stronger, newer pathways of light. So it's a practice, and it's like exercising. We have to exercise our nerve endings. We have to exercise our light tendrils to fight the octopuses and the AI. That's kind of what we're doing. Anyways, meditation with the elements. Heal your relationship to the elements. Basic energy work clearing. I'm gonna work on that title, okay? But the idea is, for 4 weeks, I'm going to send you in your inbox a meditation that has to do with a sacred element. There's 5 elements. So week 1 is going to be Earth Mantra. You'll get the video, so you'll hear me singing 108 times the Earth Mantra. And you can let this Earth Mantra do its work on you to help decharge. All right, week 2 is Fire. And the Fire Mantra helps really activate your Shakti, your life force energy, and it's very purifying. And it also tames your relationship with anger and your ability to make boundaries and to express yourself and to connect this sexual energy with the fire of the heart energy. Very purifying. Week 3 is the Water Mantra, and this is deep purification and healing of the heart chakra and reconnection back to the Great Mother, the Divine Mother. The heart of the Divine Mother in our own heart is actually connected. So this is clearing out those pathways. And then the final one is the Air and Sky Mantra. So two mantras in 1 week. And this will activate magic carpet rides, the ability to surf the airwaves, okay, with all this Saturn square Uranus energy of like, you can't say that on the internet, we're going to shut you down and judge you and count. Not when you do the Air Sky Mantra, okay? So you're going to get 4 mantras in your inbox, videos of me singing the mantras for this activation and healing. You're also going to receive 4 additional meditations. You're going to receive on week 1 my general energy work protocol for how to meditate and set space before you go into an open space. It's really important that you decide and you make clear what energy is allowed in your space and what's not. You're not just opening up for anything. I'll teach you all about how to do that so you can set your space in a way that is energetically contained, okay? And then week 2, you're going to receive a soul retrieval meditation, and it's an inner child meditation. It's a very powerful way to do some soul retrieval and regaining of your light. Week 3, you're going to receive the meditation of 10,000 lotuses of light. It's a de-armoring meditation that helps lift out heavy energy that gets stuck in the muscles. You know, those of us who were Joan of Arcish in the past life or Athena, that's a really good one to just relax again, come back to your soft heart. Week 4, you're going to receive the loving kindness meditation, which brings blessings to all beings on the world. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 weeks, emails in your inbox with an option to do a Zoom call with me once a week. This is an accountability phone call where we touch bases. I lead you in a group meditation live, and we talk about how it's going, and you know that I'm going to be there to check in and to see that y'all are doing the practice and keeping it up, and then sharing feedback about it. My very first meditation experience was in college. I was taking a J-term course in Minnesota. It was very cold. I remember they said, don't go outside, you could die, it's so cold. And I went outside anyways to go to this class. And it was so cold that when I breathed, all the all the fluid in my nose froze. My snot turned into an icicle, and the water in my eyes turned to icicles. And I went to class anyways, and I liked it. Okay, that's how we do it in Minnesota. I walked home in it too. Oh, Buddhism and Freud class at St. Olaf College, and I'm invited, we were learning about meditation and the psychology of it, all this prep work to get to the point where, okay, now we're going to meditate. Part of the practice is you're just watching your mind. You're watching what's happening in the mind. And I did not want to watch what was happening in my mind because I was having intense night terrors most of my life. I had a lot of trauma. And just even acknowledging that my head was not a nice place to be, that's hard, right? So it took me another 10 years, more 20 years, until I actually meditated again, because I had a panic attack and it was all I could do to stay in my seat and not run out of that room. I was like, I can't do this. When I started meditation for real was while I was going through a divorce, which was like the nightmare upon nightmare upon nightmares of everything I never wanted to experience. And here it was. And it was terrifying. And I was crying all the time. I was in very emotionally worked up states. I was being re-triggered in all my traumas from this life and from every life before. There's been a few that have been very hard. Okay. So I had to go teach a yoga class to stay employed, right? To do my job. So I had to stop freaking out for an hour, and I had to lead everybody else into inner peace when I was not in inner peace. And what I realized was just the fact that I had to show up, and these people were there, and they were gonna listen to me while I was a complete basket case of my life, which shows you that God works through humans. That's how it goes. You don't have to be perfect. This is just a practice. We're just practicing. I would go and I would have to teach a class for an hour, and I'd have to get my brain would switch. I'd have to go into yoga teacher mode. And then I told myself, okay, after the class, I can go back in my car and cry all night if I want to. And eventually I kept, teaching my classes and going back to my car and my apartment to cry. And then I realized, maybe I can just stay in this place that I created from yoga class, and I can just stay here. I don't have to go back into that other state. It doesn't mean that I don't still have cry sessions. I do. But at that particular time in my life, it was the practice of meditation that helped me create a different energy to visit, and then eventually to build a home there. And that's how this practice works, is that we are returning to the inner temple, the peace that passes all understanding. We're practicing walking home to Jerusalem. We're practicing being there. We're practicing embodying that truth, that there is love that is underneath all the Maya is actually love. So that's what the masters teach us, at least, is that the truth of reality is love, and everything else is an illusion. Part of our struggle as humans is that we've gotten so disconnected from the sacred elements. So we're disconnected from the way in which love appears to us in the form of the earth, or in the form of fire, or in the form of water, and in the form of air and sky. And so we heal our connection to the divine through our connection to these sacred elements. And we do that through these mantra practices, through taking time out, time set apart, sacred time, that Kairos time, where we're in ceremony, and it's a different kind of time. And that time changes the other time. So we can also become lords of time, logos of time. We are the embodied logos, sons and daughters of the light. You're also going to get access to my full online yoga library. So I do have some free videos on my website, but I also have a bunch of videos that I filmed and recorded in 2020 when we were doing most of our classes online. So I will give you also access to that so you can start a yoga practice during this time. The month of October, astrologically, there's going to be this tight square between Pluto and Eris. There's a lot of other squares going on. So it's a really beautiful time to do the deep work and do it consciously and intentionally. Just like go, like look at it, look at the other, go deep so that the deep isn't pulling you in because you're avoiding it. All right, so that's my commercial. And yeah, this isn't for everybody, but I'm offering it for those people who would feel it would be benefit to their highest good for the highest good of all, for my highest good for the highest good of all. I'm just offering this as a gift at this time to help support us into cultivating more of these vibrations and peaceful states that we might know and experience and live the peace that passes all understanding. And remember, as crazy as that may sound during these chaotic days, that love is the answer on both sides of anything. The answer is love and peace on earth. So let's keep on keeping on. Let's keep sailing and hitting the mark on what we're here to do at this time. I look forward to meeting you and having you join us. Take care.